Do you like to read books? Today, we are going to discuss how can we tell if the book we are reading is fiction or non-fiction. Do toys actually have feelings? Do they really feel bad when their owners grow up and don't want to play with them anymore? Is magical flying carpet a real mode of transportation? Have you ever met any ambitious car whose goal is to win the championship? Is it possible for wolves or gorillas to raise a human child? Can a lion survive just by eating bugs? If answer to all your questions is a big no, then, my dear friends, we are talking about the category of books that belong to fiction, which means imaginary, where character, settings, and plot are all made up. Fairy tales, stories, fables, science fiction, murder mystery, and novels are all examples of fiction. On the other hand, non-fiction talks about real people, real places, or real things. Atlas, dictionaries, encyclopedia, your course books, newspaper and magazines, biographies, books that discuss the achievement and struggle of a person, travel guides, or self-help books that help you learn new skill, be it cooking, playing piano, or painting, are all examples of non-fiction. Now, we know that the major difference between the two categories is that fiction is imaginary and non-fiction gives you real facts or true information. Let us discuss few more differences between the two categories. Fiction books have illustrations, whereas non-fiction books make use of photographs, diagrams, charts, or graphs to disseminate information. Fiction books have to be read in a particular order. They have a beginning, middle, or end. For instance, if you want to enjoy reading a Harry Potter novel and you start in the middle, then you will not be able to understand the story. You will miss out most of the details. So in order to enjoy the novel to its fullest, you will have to read it from the beginning. Whereas non-fiction books can be read in any order. For instance, if you want to look up for information regarding the continental fascia in the atlas, then it does not matter if that information is in the beginning, middle, or end. It will also not matter if you have read about any other continent before it or not. Another major difference between the two categories is why we read these books. Fiction books are read to spend our leisure time, to enjoy, or to relax, whereas non-fiction books are read to be informed, to enhance our knowledge or understanding, or to learn something new. Let's see if from the title of this book we can tell whether the book is fiction or non-fiction. From the title of this book, we assess that this book explains the digestive system of the human body. So it is a work of non-fiction. The title of this book has two imaginary characters, Banny and Buzo, that talks about the importance of cleanliness. These characters are imaginary because a dog cannot certainly stand on its two legs and have superpower. So this book is an example of fiction. Here we can compare these two books and tell which book belongs to which category. The title page of the book on the left side shows aeroplanes and helicopters coming to life, solving problems, making decisions, which is not real. So this book is a fiction. On the other hand, the book on the right side discusses how the aeroplane is prepared before it is ready to take off. It gives real information. So this book is nonfiction. Sometimes a nonfiction can be told as fiction. For instance, here we have a book that uses an imaginary frog character named Franklin to talk about the life cycle of a frog. It gives real information in a form of a story that is more engaging and interesting for the children, and they are going to remember it much better in this way. But it gives you real information, so it is a non-fiction, but being told as a fiction.